Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming doing a video for The Walking Dead, and this is Negan will kill 2. Surprise! This is a brand new theory starting to gain a little bit of traction. Look, I know there's the POV 4 theory, there's the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, there's the Glenn dies in the comics, there's the Abraham theory, but this theory is starting to get a little bit more traction because Scott Gimple has stated, we owe the viewers something big. What bigger could they do than to kill off 2 majors, a major and a minor, or 2 minor characters? We're going to talk about some other theories as well too, and discuss the dynamics of different relationships if it were 2 people, and which 2 people you guys think it potentially could be. So let's start with some video evidence from Greg Nicotero's Twitter account that we posted in a previous video. And this is, I initially thought this was Daryl taking a selfie. This is a wax figure of Daryl with Aaron's cast body double in the background. You can see the crack in the top of the skull. Potentially could be the cast is being put together. Could be something that's used for a future episode, but definitely could lend some value to the fact that Aaron got cracked over the top of the head. Maybe even turned into the side to assist someone else. Here is 4 people that are definitely in play. If we took out Maggie, put in Rosita, we'd have the POV 4. We're going to leave Maggie in there because of Maggie's interesting relationship dynamic with Aaron. Remember the tunnel scene? Well, Aaron should be back in Alexandria and gave Rick a little bit of resistance. He needed to get on the RV because he said he owed Maggie. So that's very, very important. So Maggie and Aaron have an interesting relationship, and I guess they could die for each other if Aaron owes Maggie, or Aaron could definitely get involved. Let's fast forward to the POV scene and discuss this for just a second. I'm not sure this is the back of a van. I know there were 4 POV scenes and the doors did open up on the van, but look, you know, the lines from left to right, I know there are bullet holes when you open the door, but go to the next scene. This definitely does not look like a van to me. This looks like some sort of holding cell, and I know that people were saying that's Daryl's hair. I don't think Daryl's hair was spiked in that scene. This looks like somebody that might have been crushed with a bat, so potentially could this be someone that is being held, or someone that has already been hit by Lucille in season 7, and they put that in there as a flashback they're going to add a little bit later on. Let's discuss that as well too. I know there are some bullet holes in the door, but I don't think all the bullet holes match up. And if you were laying in the back of a van, I don't know that it looks like that. Personally, I've never laid in the back of a van. If you guys have, leave that in comments below, and we'll discuss that as well too. Here's an interesting picture from season 5, light shining through on Eugene. Could Eugene have taken Lucille, and then this is an image from previous that they brought back in, kind of the light shining on Eugene's face. Pretty, little bit of foreshadowing there maybe. So who will Negan kill? A lot of people think it's Daryl. Why? Because Norman Reedus has Ride with Norman Reedus, and they think that Daryl really has nothing else to live for after Denise died on his watch. But remember, Daryl and Aaron had a very interesting relationship dynamic. Weren't they eating spaghetti? Or I think Daryl was in Aaron's garage working on the motorcycle. Did a little bit of hunting together. So there you go. Daryl could possibly give his life to protect Aaron if Aaron is the one that gets cracked with the bat. Remember the scene with Denise where Daryl and Rosita were in play? Rosita, I think, is definitely in play for a couple different reasons. One, later on she gets decapitated, and I think they put her head on a stick. Would they be better off just offing her now in this scene rather than going through the gory details of having to do that later on for the comic fans? So we'll discuss that as well too. Michonne, what more can you say? Rick is already broken down. I don't know that you need to kill Michonne for Rick to lose it any further, but potentially someone could give their life for that. Remember this theory? This is out on the internet. I call this the count to 10 and then kill Glenn, because Glenn's number 11. There's a lot of eeny, meeny, miny, mo theories out there. They're definitely pointing to Glenn, and they say Glenn, POV, and also he dies in the comics. It's definitely Glenn. To me, I think that's too obvious. I think it'd have to be Glenn and someone else. But what about the love triangle here? Abraham, Rosita, and also Sasha. If Rosita is one of the POV 4 and Rosita takes it, could Abraham give his life for Rosita? And if you kill Glenn and also Abraham, that dynamic, then that would leave more women for Negan, and we know Negan likes his women. You also got the dynamic duo here. How can you have one without the other? If Abraham goes, maybe Eugene goes as well too. This is a couple that I could definitely see getting some traction as well, because a lot of people are saying, how would you even survive? And as Negan said, I simply cannot decide. So I'm struggling with this as well too. I think it's going to be Abraham. I'm thinking Abraham and Glenn, or Abraham and Aaron in some weird dynamic. Help me out with this. Leave this in the comments. If you guys think it could be any 2, I want to know which 2 it could be and why you think it potentially could be 2 people. Let's be open-minded, talk about this theory. Maybe we go back to 1, but if it does happen to be 2, we can all say, hey, we said it here first, and we were right. Thanks. My name is Killshot. Check out some other videos. I got some Telltale videos and some gameplay. Peace.